Haha, yeah. Lions, they do it again. Cardiac Cats, whatever you want to call them, they win 22-21, improve to 6-2 after just another come from behind, improbable victory. Down 21-0 at the half. Come back and win by 22, like I said, 22-21. It was just one of those games, man. Halftime, even me as a very optimistic Lions fan, I'm just like, under Stafford, we've seen it happen, but still, it's just hard to say, oh yeah, on grass, which is what, we always struggle with. Oh, we're going to come back, It was amazing. I gotta say, it was just everything about it, between the bad calls going against us and then the good calls going for us to help us with the win at the end. It was awesome. Still smiling, kind of not very productive at work today, just very excited. Just can't get over that win. I've already watched that last drive a couple times. Sat back and watched the second half with the local with Dan Miller from 96.1. It's always much more fun to listen to it coming from some local perspective and get that extra excitement with that. So, yeah, tail two halves. 21-0 at the half. Lions looked dead. Couldn't get anything going. Let's see. Stafford was 9 of 16. Or no, sorry, that's the second half. He was 9 for 20 with a pick and no touchdowns for a 35 QB rating in the first half. Granted, that pick was, a timing route, and Corey Fuller fell down, so, it really wasn't anyone's fault. It was just nothing. I mean, the running game couldn't do anything. The defense gave up 14 points in like the first 6-7 minutes. It was bad. For a game that I thought we'd come out and just control, but then again, when I did this preview, I didn't know C.J. Mosley was going to be out. Obviously, you couldn't prepare for Fairley getting hurt. I had said on here I thought Calvin was going to play, and I was wrong. Good thing I didn't actually put any money on it. It looks like they trotted him out there for practice just for trying to keep the game going, or fandom, excitement, and all that kind of stuff. So, but the second half hit. Oh man, yeah, that was some fun times. I mean, realistically, watching that second half, we should have won by more. We got stopped inside the 5 twice and had to settle for field goals. Say we get one of those touchdowns, we don't have to deal with all that drama at the end. And we gave up instead of taking a 37-yarder or from the 37 in the first half, we punted it. So who knows? With Prater was on, he missed the practice one, at the end, but he went 3 for 3. For as bad as our kicking's been, in a game where we really needed it, Prater stepped up, man. We finally got a kicker. So, holy shit. One of my keys to victory was that Stafford needed to throw. And I loved the game plan. That is exactly what they did. He had 47 attempts, which really was 44. He had 3 spikes on that last drive. So, really, it was 44 attempts. I loved it. That is how we're going to be successful. I don't care, call me an idiot, call me, I don't know, my football, but some teams can do the balance thing, some teams can't. Some teams just need to throw the ball. Some teams just need to run the ball. I don't understand how it's okay for teams to run the ball all the time, but then it's taboo for teams to pass all the time. I don't get it. I mean, that's what's worked under Stafford, and I think that's what's going to continue. He doesn't get on a roll until he just throws. And that's exactly what happened. Like I said, 44 attempts. I love it. I love that many attempts. And he didn't even get sacked. So it's not like he was getting beat around. I think he only took a couple good shots and got right back up. So one of my keys was to pass the ball, and they did it, and they won the game. So, good job there. Penalties. Everyone can go back and talk about that last one, that delay game, and complain about it if you're not a Lions fan, saying, oh, well, he missed it. They shouldn't get a chance to redo it. The point is, the play never happened. If it's to delay a game, they could have just stopped and it wouldn't have done anything. Then you people wouldn't be talking about how, oh, he missed it and they get a second chance. On their mistake, they get another one. It's no mistake. No one, I mean, I don't know if he knew it, whatever, but the play never happened. It looked like it happened, but it never happens. That's why there's no runoff, because the clock wasn't running. There's 4 seconds left, and it was stopped, so there's no runoff. Mike Smith can get mad all he wants, but he's a head coach in the NFL. He knows the rule, so he can get mad that they called the penalty, because a lot of times they don't call that, but he can't be mad at the ruling at the end of getting to re-kick it. So, but that never happened. Who knows? That may have never happened if they would have called the holding or pass interference on the 2-point conversion. That was completely blatant. The fans said it. The fucking players said it. They had Mike Pereira on. He said it, and he usually sides with the refs. So the fact that he said it was a bad call, should tell you something. So that might have never happened. So we had our share of fucking horrible calls during the game too. So it's not like, it was favored our way the entire way. But it's nice that in 2 weeks, a call, whether people like it or not, but a call went our way. As Lions fans, how many times, I can't even say them. How many times has it been the other way around, where we make a dumb penalty that we always say, oh, that shouldn't be called, and then people say, oh, well, it was called. Well, it's the same thing. Maybe it shouldn't have been called, but hey, it was called. So we took our medicine, and now we're on, at least for these 2 games, we're on the right side of that bad luck. So I just can't stop smiling. It was awesome. London games, that field was just torn to shit. I mean, it looked worse than Chicago Stadium. How bad it can get, and Heinz Field, how bad that can get. It just looked horrible. I mean, I think that partially contributed to Fairley's injury, because his cleat got caught in the grass. Who knows? And a little update just came down the pike here about 45 minutes ago. It looks like Fairley sprained his MCL and his PCL. He's out 4 to 5 weeks. I still think that's very opportunistic, especially with Fairley's work ethic. So I'm guessing if he comes back, it'll be if we need him in the last few games. And if we've already wrapped it up, then I think that they hold him out to the playoffs. So that's my opinion with Fairley, but that's a little update that just came down. Playoff picture. I know as a Lions fan, usually at this point we're talking about draft spot, not playoff picture. But and some people may say it's too early, but hey, it's the bye week. What else is there to talk about? We won the game. We're 6-2. The cavalry's coming. We're getting all these guys back. Let's talk playoffs. Let's talk. All right. So NFC, you got Cardinals in the 1 seed, Cowboys 2, Lions 3, Panthers 4, with Panthers at 3-4-1 leading that division. So as long as it goes the way it's been going, we win the division, it's pretty much an automatic third seed. Wild card, Eagles are 5-2. They have the 5 seed right now. Green Bay has the 6 seed after getting completely demolished last night by my second favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. That was awesome. And that game, you can say that game happened because Rodgers got hurt. That's my entire point. If Rodgers is not playing like an MVP, that team is going nowhere. They showed it last year. They can't afford their best player to be hurt, or their whole team shuts down. Lions' best player's hurt, and they've gone 3-0 since every game that he hasn't been in, Lions won. Have they won pretty? No, but they've won the game. They found a way to win at the end, and Rodgers stayed in and threw a couple bad picks at the end. So that's a team, man. They better hope that he's fine and that he comes back like the MVP that he's been playing, because they are fucking brutal without him, and I love it. So that's the top 6. 49ers, Seahawks, both are at 4-3. But the rest of this NFC, usually the NFC is the tough division, or the tough conference, but there's only 8 of the 16 teams that have a winning record. And then you go past that, you got Saints, who you think is going to come back, but the Giants look bad. Bears, Vikings, Rams, Redskins, Falcons, Bucks. Does anyone think that any of those teams are going to do anything? Are going to go on a run? I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. So Saints would be in one of them, but Seahawks aren't looking overly impressive. 49ers aren't looking overly impressive yet. Their cavalry's coming too. They got a lot of guys out, and they're coming back. Like I said, with Green Bay, The Eagles, they're living and dying kind of like we are. So, it's hard to tell really with them. Panthers look bad. That's just going to be a division that only one team comes out of. I think there's going to be a wild card out of the NFC South, or NFC North, and a wild card out of the NFC West. I just don't see three teams coming out of the NFC West. One of those three teams isn't going to make it, I think, me personally. So I think the Golden Taint, has gave us a lot of upside, and I think they're missing them over in Seattle. Funny thing is, they were saying that when they let Golden Tate go, that they were investing in Percy Harvin. Well, how's that working out for you there, fucking Seattle? So, that's it about yesterday's game. Just excited. Oh, I want to talk about Stafford's numbers real quick. As you know, if you've been watching this, I am a massive Stafford lover. I admit that I can be over biased on him, and but I tell people that this channel wasn't. It's kind of meant for NFL. If I'm talking other than the Lions, then it's 100% unbiased my football knowledge. But as any fan, if you're talking about your own team, unless you're just purposely trying to not be looked at as a homer, you're gonna go and see everything through your team's vision. So that's how I am with the Lions. So I look at everything with a silver lining type of attitude. So with Stafford, I love the guy. This is the kind of stuff that I love. Obviously, you'd like him to be better the whole game, but like I said before, Stafford went 9 of 20 with a pick and 95 yards in the first half. 35 quarterback rating, went to halftime, figured the shit out, came back out. He went 9 of 16 for 107 and a touchdown in the third quarter. Well, I think it's a 98 rating or something like that. Third quarter. Holy crap. Third quarter, 6 of 11, 123 and a touchdown. That's like 120 some rating. Fourth quarter was 9 of 16. If you take away those three spikes, then it's 9 of 13 for 107 and a touchdown. So that comes out to 15. He was 15 of 24, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. When it mattered most, when the chips were down, when the Lions needed him to play perfect, he may have thrown one bad pass, the one where he kind of threw right to the defensive tackle that was rushing in. That could have been disastrous. But other than that, dude, the guy played exactly what you want your franchise quarterback to play. You're not always going to play good with all the guys that we had out. He showed up. When it mattered most, him and Golden Tate together. And Fuller made a couple good catches. Riddick made that ridiculous one-hand catch. But whether you like it, if you're watching this and you don't like Stafford, let me tell you this. Who would you rather have? Go back the last 2 drafts and tell me what quarterback you'd rather have. E.J. Manuel, already benched. Geno Smith, benched. Who do you want? Take luck out of it from 2012. Take luck out. You want RG3? You want Ponder? I think he came from the 12 draft. Do you want Blaine Gabbert from 2011? Do you want Newton? Maybe Newton if you're one of those guys. I mean, you can go back years. Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks that have come out in the last few years. Whether you like it or not overall is one thing. But in the last 5 years, Stafford is one of the best quarterbacks that have come out. And he's only going to get better. This was without any of their top targets. Like I said, it's a bye week this week. NFC North update. Detroit's number 1 in the division, 6-2, 2-0 in the division. Green Bay's 5-3, 2-2 in the division. Chicago's 3-5, at 0-1 in the division after getting demolished yesterday by the Patriots, and losing another offensive lineman. I think it was Matt Slauson. I think his name is. He's out for the year, left guard. That should make for another fun day on Thanksgiving for Sue. Minnesota 3-5 and 0-2 in the division. So, crazy schedule quirk here. All 3 of the top teams in the NFC North, if you count Chicago as a top team, are all on bye weeks this week. So it's going to be kind of a slow day in the NFC North this Sunday, but should make for the rest of the season that much more exciting because that would only put Minnesota to bye with everyone else playing every week. So That's it. It was a great game yesterday. Great win. Much needed victory. Stole another one. Hey, even the good teams steal some games. So we stole this one. All that matters is there's a 1 in the, a 6 in the win column and a 2 in the loss column. So really, if we just go 5-3 in the second half, we should be golden. We should make the playoffs at 11-5. So that's the goal. If you're thinking 10-6, then I kind of think that's a disappointment, because that would mean you're just going 4-4 the rest of the way, and I think that would be a horrible thing. No, I shouldn't say horrible. It would be disappointing the way this first half has been, and now with getting all these guys back, they should be better than they were this time. So hopefully they can go 6-2 again, finish 12-4. How sweet would that be? Get a home field game. Oh, it'd be awesome. Just wish I was still in Michigan. I could go to it. Sucks being down here, but that's it. Talk to you guys on Friday. Actually, I think I'm gonna have a crow eating video here soon. I got to go back and look at my Caldwell hire video and do some editing. I got that one wrong. All right, ready to admit it. I was completely wrong on Caldwell. I was completely wrong on Golden Tate. So, and the one coach that I love the most is doing the sketchy, with Lombardi. Terrell Lawson's just been out of his mind. But that's it. See you guys later, and go Lions.